of agents are frustrated because they're posting 5 times a week and they're not getting the results they're looking for. I responded by saying that I posted for my personal brand yesterday 343 pieces of content.
Wow.
I need everyone to hear me one more time. Yesterday, my personal brand, Gary VEE, put out 343 different posts. And it's quiet as shit in here. I see some people taking notes. I'm gonna give you 2 letters. This is gonna help you, I think. P and H stands for platforms and handles. The reason I put out 343 pieces of content yesterday is I've advanced what I've been talking about over the last 20 years with all of you. No longer is Gary VEE, my main handle, the only place I post. One thing I've been yelling and screaming for a decade plus. How many people here have been following me for more than 5 years? Make some noise. And I know a lot of people here don't know who I am or don't follow me, but the people that just made the noise for 5+ years, you know how long I've been begging, pleading with you to be on more platforms than one. Almost all of you are basically just on Instagram, maybe a little TikTok, maybe a little Facebook. There are 7 to 8 platforms that I believe all of you should be on. In fact, during the podcast, I said that if I was selling homes today, that I would spend 51% of my 70-hour week making content. And my sister's a real estate agent. I've been doing this a long time. I don't say that jokingly. I don't say that delusionally. I really want to sell more homes than anyone in this audience right now because I get very competitive. And I'm notwithstanding being physically at open houses and things of that nature, I do believe the world continues to underestimate how much attention and impact is happening on social media. All of you are aware, like the amount of people in this room that post once a month, but will spend hours each month talking about how social media has ruined society and fucked up the children and changed the geopolitics of the world. If this machine is powerful enough to change the geopolitics of the world and destroy a generation of human beings, you don't think this shit can sell a house? But I understand all of you so much, and I'm going to tell you why. I want you to be on 8 platforms. AI, by the way, how many people have been in the game for 20+ years? Real estate, stand up. I want you to stand up. Put on the lights. Stand up if you've been in the game for 20+ years. Let's clap it up for these OGs. Keep standing, keep standing, keep standing. I see you motherfuckers in the back. Don't sit yet. If you were standing, I want you youngsters in the game. Amateur. I looked for a commercial real estate play for VaynerMedia, my big company in London, and I went to ChatGPT and said, who's the best commercial real estate agents in the UK? And that became how I did it. My friends, I'm gonna get very nerdy and then I'll go back to what I want to talk about, why I understand you. My friends, Gemini, which is Google's AI. Gemini will have 40% of the market because they're going to force us into it because of Google Calendar and Gmail. They have us, right? So it's not just going to be ChatGPT. Nothing will replicate Google from the last era where they had a monopoly. There was a little Bing and a little Yahoo if you're OG, but they dominated, right? This new game is going to be a little more fragmented, these AI chat searches, right? You're going to have ChatGPT, it looks like, we'll see. Gemini for sure. And there'll be some Perplexity, Claude, there'll be some other players, we'll get into that. I know I'm going nerdy, but I want you to hear this. On a bad day, Google Gemini for search should have somewhere between 30 and 40% of the market. It may be 22, it might be 50. I don't predict, I just talk about what's already happened. But that's what we're looking at. It could be 70, I don't know, but it's gonna have a chunk. It's not gonna be 10%. Gemini gets its results from many places, but every day that's gone on in the last 18 months, more of the results are coming from content on YouTube and YouTube Shorts. If you are a real estate agent and you are not posting on YouTube Shorts the same stuff you're posting on Instagram in video form, you are losing this thing you're scared of called AI. You must start committing to putting out content in Shorts, not even in YouTube regular, which you're more than welcome to, but just Shorts, to show up in the results that the whole world's attention is heading to in the next 5 years. But I'm not even going to talk about being scared about tomorrow. And I'm definitely done with all of you being romantic about yesterday and how you did it. No one gives a shit. I want to talk about today. And let me talk about today. Today, nobody that schlepped to this conference on a Sunday in Atlanta should not be in the business of creating social media content every single day. Now, I don't need you to make video. I understand that a lot of people are insecure about making video. Not everyone can be so dramatically smart, handsome, and charismatic. Though, for everyone here who is scared to post videos, I'd like to just say one little side thing before I move on. You're not in middle school anymore. Woo! Johnny Pants 49 coming on your post saying you're ugly should not stop you from selling fucking houses. I understand you. I know that you should all be posting on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, Snapchat. Yes, Snapchat Spotlight. Especially if you're doing rentals where you're trying to win young families. The Snapchat crew is now 35.
Wow.
Snapchat Spotlight. LinkedIn is a fucking monster. Monster. You drop something. LinkedIn is a monster. How many people here go on their LinkedIn? Raise your hands. Lots of hands. Thank you. So I think you know this. You're going there maybe for business, but if you happen to see content of something else, you're going to do it. My family's wine store, winetex.com, is selling more wine right now on LinkedIn than Instagram because you just happen to see it. Now, you're in a business mindset, so a lot of the content is talking about that. Anybody in commercial or B2B here or scale should be all over LinkedIn. LinkedIn is basically Facebook 2015. The targeting is crazy if you want to run ads, not just be organic and just post. I know all of you should be on 7 platforms. I also know, I said P and H. Platforms is 7. Handles is what H stands for if you're taking notes. I know all of you, like for example, if I was a real estate agent, like my sister, Liz Novello, who's in New Jersey and in Basking Ridge, she should have an Instagram that just says @Liz in Basking Ridge, not just Liz Novello. It gives her another place to post. You have your Instagram handle, but 3 years ago, we left social media. My friends, I am here to tell all of you that this entire social media con is mislabeled. Social media doesn't exist anymore. Keller Williams, you fucked up. It's not social media con. It is now interest media con. I think all of you are gonna follow what I'm about to say because you live in society. 7 years ago, you got content from people you followed. 4 years ago, 3 years ago, all of you know this, you do not get content as much from people you follow. You get content of the things you're interested in currently. This is extremely important. Here's why. I have spent, like I just told you, 20 years amassing 55 million followers, and you can post on TikTok today with 0 followers on a new handle you make up called Janet in Atlanta. All right, Janet in Atlanta, I see you. I was like, we're a dead center right here. And that post with 0 followers that you created today, if you make a good piece of content around asparagus or golf or a home, has the ability to get more views than me with 15 million followers on TikTok. This level of democracy should piss me off because I've worked very hard for 20 years to amass what I have, but there's no crying in baseball, and there's definitely no crying in real estate.
Woo!
Yeah, but don't clap because a lot of you bitch heavy. You fuckers cry. I love real estate people. Like when it's good, you're fucking pumped. But then all of a sudden there's a little softening in the market and you're fucking crying like a bunch of bitches. Shut the fuck up and sell a house.
Let's go.
Let's clap that up. 40 years ago, you're like, yeah, capitalism and fucking, yeah, entrepreneurship and capitalism. And then capitalism punches you in the face. It's called the fucking free market, and you're a wah fucking bitch. Enough.
Got him.
Shut your mouth and put in work.
Yeah.
That's how you fucking win.
Hell yeah.
All those people that stood up, one more time, 20-year plus, get the fuck up. It's good for the blood system. Get the fuck up. You guys know, right? When they wow, a little softening, you're like, what about 2008, motherfucker? 9/11 was no joke. Like, this is it, my friends. Clap it up for the people that are still standing. Some got lazy and sat back down. Get back up. They've been through it. This is what it is. The market is the market is the market. Every minute you're sitting next to your teammate and crying about the market is a minute that you're not making content to sell a house. Oh yeah, we got real fuck. You can sit down now. Respect. Let me say that again, because the reaction was exactly what I thought it was. Every second you're sitting in your office or on the phone or on Zoom with your teammates crying about the market being softer is a minute you're not putting into a piece of content that can lead to your next lead. Is a minute that you're not cold calling, is a minute that you're not designing your flyer, is a minute wasted. This is a mindset game. And by the way, I've been saying it over and over. I understand you. I'm about to get to that point. But very simply, just for tactics, I think all of you need to be on every platform. And I need you to be self-aware. I'm empathetic that you might not have gift of gab, you might not like the camera. By show of hands, versus talking versus video, how many of you prefer to write because you feel through writing you're the best communicator that you are? Just raise your hands for me. Raise them high. I need everybody who just raised their hands, a bunch in the front row. I need you to understand how important Substack is. How many people here, and you can be honest, are not familiar with what Substack is? Please raise your hands. And that's why the fuck I'm here. I need you to all write down Substack. Substack is a very interesting platform. It's predominantly written form. In fact, it's been a place where people can monetize. Watch this. How many of you are subscribed to a Substack that you pay for? Stand up. That you pay for. Stand up. I want people to see this. I know it's not going to be a lot, but it's more than but more people raise their hand that don't know it. These are people who know what Substack is. They're paying for written content. You can sit. Thank you.
That's awesome. That's a good idea.
So Substack's been this incredible platform where writers are actually monetizing. They're also putting out free content, but I'm also watching the platform evolve, and I can see it moving more into Twitter territory over the last 6 months, even Instagram territory, because now it's putting out video content. For all the people that raise their hand, that are better communicators in written form, if you just write quality content about the home you're listing, something I'm about to get into, which is this selfish versus selfless framework that is completely broken in the real estate industry, is something I want to attack. I'll get to that in a second. But Substack is an opportunity for everybody who raised their hand to write and get leads. Which, by the way, remind you, is no different than when email was a dominant force in getting leads, and you wrote email, it wasn't video. There is no right way to make content. There's only content that is right for you. But the only thing I can't have all 10,000 plus of you do is leave here today with another day of excuses that you can't do it. Or my favorite, well, Gary, I posted and it's not as good as it used to be. Who here used to have more success from social media for their business and now has less? Put on the lights, raise your hands, I want to see it. Used to have more success, this should be real. Okay, everybody raise your hands high. Used to have more success. Great, yeah. Now, keep the lights on. How many of you have tried it a little bit? Yeah, it's not even that you used to have success. You've really never had success with social leads, but you've dabbled in it. Raise your hands. Raise them high. Stand up, actually. I'm sorry, I know, but it's good. Blood flow, please. All right, stand if you've never had success. You've dabbled with it a little bit. Keep staying up, boys. Stand. And now the group before. You used to have more success, but you have less. Stand up again. All of them, keep everybody up. This is very, I will give you the unlock to why social is not working for all the people that are standing up. Everyone's standing up. The reason social doesn't work for you is because you suck at it. You can sit. This is real.
Gotcha.
You know how I know this is real? Watch this, Keller Williams. Lights back on. Who here is currently selling homes because it's social and it's working for you? Stand up. Even with the normal 37% liars at a real estate event. Look at all these people. You can all sit, thank you. That was the proof that the people that stood up suck at it. The ROI of a basketball for LeBron James has been billions of dollars. The ROI of a basketball for me has been negative $50,000 because I have 2 meniscus tears and I've lost some time. You cannot be at this conference and say social media doesn't work in real estate when you just watch your contemporaries stand up and say it does. Social media doesn't work for you because you're not taking it serious for a million reasons. My favorite one is like, you decide to bring politics into it because you're just a lazy bitch. Oh, Gary, you don't get it. I'm gonna use TikTok. I'm like, why? China. The amount of people that flew here or drove here and think of themselves as business winners that come up with unlimited excuses to why they're not creating unlimited content to drive sales and transactions in the most underpriced opportunity of marketing in the history of the world baffles my mind on the hypocrisy in this room. When you buy, you know how this industry loves a good park bench? Like, you just love seeing your fucking face on a park bench. Who here has bought outdoor media with their face on it? Raise your hand. I have. Just asking everybody who has done that, is that free or do they charge you for that? Who here has sent direct mail for their business? Raise your hands. Raise it. Just curious to almost every hand that just went up. Curious. Is that free? Is the post office like, John, I love your blazer, it's fucking free? No, they charge you. My friends, every media of advertising for the last 100 years costs money. Social. There's people in here being like, oh, I'm really mad at Mark Zuckerberg. My Instagram's not getting as many views as it did 2 years ago. It's free. It's free. Yes, you can run ads, but everyone here knows you can post content. It's free. People see it. Couple more things. Who here is over 60 years old? Raise your hands. All right, this is my favorite crew, especially this gentleman here. He's got a great face. Sir, one more time. Over 60, raise your hands. Over 60. You guys love to shit on Gen Z and it's soft. Just in general. Just in general. The data's clear. Not you, me either. I love it. But over 60, I need a favor from you. No more you sitting in here being like, yeah, but I didn't grow up with this, I don't understand. You didn't grow up driving and you figured it out. You were literally crying about people not coming in the office 5 days a week, and you can't post a fucking video on Facebook? My friends, this industry and our society, even though, I don't know if you saw, but America just beat fucking Canada. Real quick, very quiet. Because it's important, don't be bashful. I love everybody there. I'm actually going there next week. If you're from Canada, please make some noise. Sorry, sir, sorry.
Could be
My
part of
friends,
us.
this industry, this amazing country, our society, we have become remarkably good at excuses. Even the OGs, even us 50, 60, 70, we've been dragged into it. We've gotten softer ourselves by the culture. We've gotten so good at pointing fingers. It's everyone's fault. It's your mommy's fault. It's your daddy's fault. It's your mayor's fault, governor, president. I just want to be on the record as an entrepreneur. I've made money when Bill Clinton was president. I've made money when George Bush was president. 2 times in a row. I made money with Barack Obama 2 times in a row, Trump, and Biden, and Trump. If you blame how well you're doing at selling homes on the President of the United States of America, I'm gonna say it slow, grab your pens, I want you to write this down. You are a fucking loser! A lot of you DM'd me and brought up that I was coming here, so yesterday I did a lot of research.
Oh shit.
Friends, Keller Williams is this beast of an organization. Everyone's feeling so good about themselves. Can we stop wow-wowing? Can we make a can we put 11,000 hands all in the pot right now and commit that this is the year we stop fucking crying?
Looks like a cult.
Now let
Looks
me
like a
tell
cult.
you why I understand you.
Say this again.
I got in at 12:45 in the morning last night because I don't know if you heard, big storm in New York. I didn't want to miss this speech because I had a lot of things to say. And so I got in late, and I got to the hotel room at like 1, I don't know, late. And then I saw it sitting on the table. Gummy bears. And I ate them. And I understood at that moment at 1:13 in the morning, when I'm eating these chemicals, my wife would slit my throat if she knew I ate these fucking gummy bears. My lack of discipline is incredibly real when it comes to health and wellness. For some of you who've been following me a long time, you know about 12 years ago I started getting my act together. I look a little less chubby cheeks. I'm pumped because this morning I got in the gym even though I didn't want to. But I understand you when it comes to social media content, because when it comes to business and content, I'm the most disciplined fucker on earth. But when it comes to health and wellness, going to the gym every day and eating right and getting my protein right and not doing chemicals, I am not. Some of you are incredibly disciplined at the health and wellness, but you are not on this content. You are lacking discipline for many different reasons. One, that big game you talk about being one of the best real estate agents, you're just talking, you're not living. You love hearing yourself talking that you're gonna build an empire, but you're not about that life. Two, you're not posting content because you're not educated about how to do it, and you've literally convinced yourself that you can't spend 20 hours of homework to get good at this, the thumbnail, the hook, the copy, that it takes to actually get views to sell homes. You've just convinced yourself. Three, and this is for a lot of you, and I want to get you out of this place so bad, I touched on it. You're insecure. You don't like the feeling of having 313 followers when someone in your office has 50,000. You don't like the feeling that you used to have 500 new followers a week, but for the last year, you've slowed down. You don't realize that other platforms are getting more attention and that Instagram has hit its point, which is why the supply and demand works. You're not curious, you're not educated, you're not strategic, and you're blaming China. On the record, this is very important. I need you to stick with me here. China does not give a fuck about you. Your audacity is very high. Friends, listen to me. I'm going to say it slow. We have another 5 to 7 years, maybe more, maybe less, this is my guess, of the golden era of attention arbitrage for free. We have 5 to 7 more years of the golden era of attention arbitrage for free. This social media revolution will be looked back at history as unparalleled. The ability for normal human beings named Jimmy Mr. Beast, or Alex Earl, or Alex Cooper, or Stephen Barr, or me, or millions of other people for free that have built huge platforms. There are OGs in this room that stood up, that have dominated. They were the queen of Morristown, New Jersey for 20 years and did every deal, and there's some 24-year-old taking deals from them because they're making content on social, and you know I'm right. This window's gonna go away. We are within a decade of glasses coming, and the mobile device that you all hold, the one that if you lost right now, you would lose your mind. I would die, I would literally die if I lost my phone right now. It is the remote control of our lives. I'd be like, what? I'm a pretty functional human being. But that phone is literally gonna look like a beeper that a lot of you kids, under 30, raise your hands. Under 30 crew, they used to have beepers and beep, and then you call from the ping, it was fucking crazy.
Send messages. I know what it is.
The phone, these social networks, will look like the beeper, will look like the printout paper that used to print out at your printer at home with the MapQuest directions.
Yes, yes.
It's coming. And when Meta or Google or Apple or a Chinese company wins this game, it's not going to be the same. And this AI thing, more than half of your clients are going to use it. In fact, OGs over 20 years, remember when clients got smarter because of Google? They knew more shit, and that changed the game? Do you understand that your knowledge and your experience is worth zero now? Does everybody understand your knowledge is worth zero? I can upload every contract into ChatGPT and understand things about the policy in the town, the roof's safety and the inspection, and everything else you can come up with that you know, that you put work into. I am literally one of the leading experts in marketing, and you can type into ChatGPT, how would Gary think about this? I'm in trouble. If I'm in trouble, you fuckers are definitely in trouble. My friends, this is a warfare of personal brand. Your reputation, if you don't like that term, is now everything. People knowing you exist is going to be the battleground for real estate agents of the next decade. Reputation and experience will continue to decline. Reputation has declined because all those young kids that just stood up that are selling homes through social media, they couldn't get the home from you 15 years ago. They're doing it now. Experience matters, but all the great things you know, AI is commoditizing in your face. It's commoditized now. Zoning, inspections, everything you bring to the table in your interview when you're convincing me you're the right person and you've been doing this for 32 years and you're like, I'll never make a mistake. I'm like, ChatGPT is better than you. My friends, this is happening. And maybe you don't like social media. Guess what? Neither do I. How many people have followed me for over 5 years? Raise your hands. All these people, for the people that don't know me, that raise their hands, knows I don't share my real life. You don't see pictures of my dog. I would never, ever use social media as a human if it wasn't about business. We're not here to talk about social norms or where the world's going. I assume you schlepped to Atlanta, even if you drove from Atlanta. I see you, Jan. I assume you're here on a Sunday because you'd like to sell more homes. You'd like to provide more for your family. I'm talking business. I don't need your opinions on Mark Zuckerberg. Capiche? My friends, this is binary now. I've been yelling about this for 20 years and you know it. We are now in code red. Anybody that is not making content every day on social media is disappearing, whether you like it or not. Not for me to judge. By the way, you think I like this? You think I'm happy that Substack came out? I had this shit figured out 20 years ago when it was email and search. I'm not happy that social came along. I hate when new platforms come and I have to spend fucking 400 hours of research to get good at it. I just don't know how to live in a fantasy world. And this next AI movement is the biggest of them all. And I'm gonna say it to you in real life. You should be scared. Because I just watched a lot of you over this last decade not do shit about the biggest opportunity in the history of real estate agents. So my question to you is, are you ready to wake up this Sunday morning? Has this church sermon done good? Thank you. Or are you just gonna be hyped for a couple of minutes right now? You're like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And then next Thursday, eat the fucking gummy bears. My friends, I have an idea. You know what's better than one Gary? Two Garys.
No!
Let's hear it for the founder and the legend, Gary Keller.
Question.
Please.
And that is, you mentioned handles and you mentioned platforms.
Yes, sir.
And I kind of want to unpack some of the things that you said as it applies to real estate agent, right? So I'm sitting in the audience and I'm thinking, okay, there's 7 platforms.
Yep.
That's what you said.
Yes.
Okay, I want to talk about.
Please.
We want to talk about those
Let's go.
real quick. But also, you said handles.
Yes.
I got what you said, but I think you should slow down for a second and kind of say that again.
So friends, I'm empathetic. If I'm anything besides a potty mouth, I'm empathetic. I understand that some of you use your Instagram to share your family life or other stuff, and you're trying to find different ways to handle, pun intended, how to produce as much content. I did not produce 400 pieces of content 2 years ago because I only had Gary V on 7 platforms and I couldn't post that much. It was when I stood up at Gary Vaynerchuk, at Gary V at Yard Sales, at Gary V the Jets fan, all the different things I talk about, those handles allowed me to do that. I mentioned earlier that we're no longer in social media. 5 years ago, if I was here, when I was in Atlantic City and I saw you years ago, I couldn't give this advice because we were still in social media. And if that gentleman right there stands up at John in Denver and has 0 followers, but his Instagram had 1,000 followers, well, he would have got no views on John in Denver 5 years ago because you had no followers. Now you can set up new accounts with no followers, and the first post could get hundreds of thousands of views. Many people are destined here, Gary, to start a new account on TikTok or YouTube Shorts. It's gonna happen after this event. And the first video they make on there with no followers is gonna get more views than the account they have with 5,000 followers, because we are now, these platforms are gauging the content based on the merit of the content, not how many followers you have, and the algorithms are sending it to people that might have interest in it. And again, Sarah in Canton, at Sarah in Canton, because her handle's Canton, because she says Canton, Ohio 4 times in the video, as this AI gets stronger and stronger, there's a chance that the first 50 people that see this video live in Canton. It's going to that direction. That's profound opportunity. That's what I mean by handle.
I have 1 or 2 more questions. I'm gonna shut up, maybe. So I'm gonna go to another comment. That is, and I did the math calculation. And essentially you said, hey, I spend 70% of my time creating content. So I think what would go through everyone's mind when they hear that is, how can I spend 70% of my time creating content? Do the work.
So for me, I said 51% of the time I want them to do content. A couple things. This is just real talk. Again, the luxury of having multiple people in my inner circle in this industry. As you know, I've been a friend to this industry for a long time.
Yep.
I really, by the way, if I may, I just want to say something. I know I've come in with like a lot of like Jersey, tough love. My admiration for all of you is an 11 out of 10. To stand on your own 2 feet, to be in a market, to play the supply and demand game, to spend many of you balancing family and business, to find the time to be in a competitive market that's purely based on merit. Can you just put the lights on? I want to see these faces. I want to say this before I leave. My admiration for this industry is why, in a world where I say no to 99% of the keynote speech opportunities at this point in my career, that I emphatically said yes on a Sunday. And I mean it.
You know, here's the truth is we would have paid more.
We're supposed to by the way. I'll fire my fucking agent. Friends.
So how am I doing?
So let me get to this.
Okay, go ahead.
Keep the lights on because I want to see the faces. This is real talk. And this is real talk for everyone in the world, not just a real estate agent. I do believe this industry spends a lot of time on things that don't matter. I just think you do. Let me give you one that I know you all know is true. Everyone here can turn almost every meeting they have that's an hour, especially if it's internal, into a 30-minute meeting.
No question.
We just fill the time that's in our calendar. Gary, this is not about finding the time they can find it. I'm telling you it's there. It's that I do not believe a couple things are happening. I do not believe most people in here believe me that social media content is the single biggest driver of selling more homes for them. So if you don't believe, what are you gonna do, right? If I didn't believe working out, like you're not gonna do it. 2, I think people struggle with what to post. I didn't get to talk about it on stage. I wanted to. I'm gonna address it now. I believe the reason most of you struggle with social media content is because your content is selfish. Buy this home for me. Come to my open house. Like, I said this 20 years ago at a real estate convention. Be the PR agent or the mayor of the town you sell in. Let the world fall in love with you. How many people here are into golf? Raise your hands, raise it. I think people here should make more golf content because I'm like, oh, I like golf, I like you. That's a good piece of content. Now I know you. Now I'm more interested in potentially buying from you when I see a house thing. When you look at, a lot of people DM me, Gary V, I'm so pumped, I'll see you in Atlanta, I'll see you in Atlanta. I went on people's accounts. I like to be prepared for these talks. Every post out of your mouth is, here's a picture of the listing, buy for me. This room is selfish, Gary. Yeah, brother.
I apologize for that.
And they may not be selfish, but the way you show up at the PTA and the way you show up in your community and the way you actually build relationships in the real world, your content's not showing that. Your content needs to be a potpourri of everything you are, including, I want to give a massive shout out, because my sister is one of these people, to all the real estate moms in here balancing their kids and the business. Ladies, you have gold content. Your content should be talking about the strategies and the struggles and the diary of the day of the process. You know it's gonna inspire other women. Like, it's just the way it is. And that one post this is how you all decide to follow someone. You're gonna say something and the woman on the other side is gonna be like, that's me in what I do, and now you are connected. And when she moves to Atlanta, Janet gets that fucking paper, my girl. So, Gary, I think that this is a game of people showing more dimensions in their content.
So,
Please.
yeah, so the way I interpret what you said is make your life about content. That's the only way you could do it. And I think they struggle with the sense of a poor ego, meaning egotistical to, hey, I need a picture, hey, I need a video.
They put their face on park benches, Gary.
Did you tell them to do that, by the way? Many years ago.
I mean, people, friends, I love you. I
No.
hear it all the time, Gary. I don't want to be that person. I'm like, your direct mail has a huge picture of you in a suit. like, you're selling you. What do you want from me?
That's valid.
Like, you want to be the masked fucking singer? Like, it's you. You're selling you. You are the business. I'm sorry. What are you mad at me for? You chose real estate. You're the human. Like, and I'm not asking you to put out content of something you don't believe. By the way, how many people here have been in the game for less than 3 years? Raise your hands. For you, I think you gotta document the journey. You know, I see a lot of youngsters, I'm sure you're worried about this, even for the Keller brand. I see a lot of people posturing like they're experts, and I look at their LinkedIn and they've been in real estate for 9 months. Friends, dressing up sharply does not make you experienced. That is a wound, I see you. What you could be talking about is content of like you learning the game. You partnering with a senior agent inside a KW, which closes the gap in maybe your experience. You could be talking about using AI to make sure every T and I, and you should be talking about your exuberance and your early being in the game gives you the energy, and you're a psycho. You're 25/7, 366 because you want it more because you're new. That's going to, I can tell you right now, that would get me. Because I already know I'm using AI to make sure you don't make a mistake anyway. I mean it. This is important. So I want them to be authentic.
Yeah. I think that, thank you for that. I think that the issue I run into with folks is that it's video.
Yeah.
The picture's one thing, right? The photograph is one thing. But the video, now I have to be expressive. And I think that's where they have a lot of anxiety.
But I would say, everybody, the people that are polar opposites of me, not high energy, not over the top, not crass, are doing great as well. The only reason I work, if I was born in the South and had a grandma that said never curse and I did this, it wouldn't work because it wasn't authentic. It'd be a shtick. But I'm a Jersey boy from the 80s. This is the only way I know how to talk, I'm sorry. You know, and by the way, it makes me not eligible to speak at certain places, but that's okay by me. Gary, all I need them to be is themselves. You don't need to be a dynamic superstar. If you talk monotone, I promise you, if you're giving good information about the school system, about the investment being made, about the new mall that's being stood up, or the data centers, or the supermarket, superstore that's coming, or the neighborhood change, or the restaurants that have popped up. If you become the PR agent and the mayor of your general selling area, and you provide value, whether you're calm as a cucumber and monotone, or ridiculous as me, as long as you're actually you, you will be stunned by the results.
When you them spending 51% of their time on content development.
And can I just say one thing on that?
Sure.
I believe they're wasting 51% of their time every week. Thank you.
True.
Just out of the gate. I just mean it.
Yeah.
I've just spent too much time. By the way, I'm talking in generalisms. I'm sure there's people here who are robotic about every minute. Respect. But this industry is interesting to me. You know, it's an interesting industry. You're selling high-ticket items, homes. You can get stuck in a corporate kind of environment. Like, you can get stuck. I'm empathetic. This is not judgment. It's just, I'm analyzing the shit out of this industry, and I'm curious, who here really wants to go crazy in 2026 and just make money? Raise your hands.
I don't know if I can get it.
Everybody who just raised their hands and made noise, I'm dying to see your fucking calendar. I don't know what to tell you. Like, people talk the game, but they don't live the life. There's just an unlimited amount of, bro, I am literally scheduled 16 hours a day.
That's my question for you. Is like, how do you decide? Like, you're obviously the master of getting attention. How do you decide what gets your attention? How do you decide what you say yes and no to? I mean, you've got, how many businesses do you have?
Like 7 or 8 meaningful ones.
So you have some non-meaningful ones?
Watch this. Yes. How many people here have 3 children or more? Raise your hands. Clap that up. So, ready? For everybody who has 3 or more, they know the answer I'm about to give with my businesses. Everybody who raised their hands, who gets the attention? The one that's got the most fucked up shit at the moment. That's how I handle my businesses. That's not where I'm going. Let me give you one that's bothering the crap out of me.
Yeah.
There's people here that want to make lots more money, but are not investing back in their business. Oh, Gary, I can't. Hire someone. Oh, that's going to cost you money that you want to take home and buy a new purse or a new watch or a new golf club. People are not investing enough in this industry. And now, by the way, I'll be back here in 3 years, paid more, and and guess what? AI is going to eliminate everyone's excuses. Like, people are like, oh, but Gary, you have a team. I remind them that I didn't have a team from 2006 to 2014. For 8 years, it was me with me and my content. And then I got to a place where I invested back into it because I thought it was the most important thing. For context, I don't want this to curveball you. I have 23 full-time employees just on my content. But that number's about to be 7, because AI is here. And everyone here can spend 10 hours learning how to make content with AI. They could. You don't have to, but you could. And then they could be making it. The excuses of not making content are all being eliminated. The value of it has never been greater. The window's gonna close because technology will change, and everybody here will wish they did it. And the content they make today will be the reason they show up on the AI searches tomorrow. I'm gonna say that nice and slow. The content you make today, friends, is going to be the reason you show up when someone says, you know this is real. Watch this, Gary.
Okay.
Friends, lights on. Real talk, raise it high, otherwise it'll make you stand up. How many people here in the last 6 months went to ChatGPT or Gemini to search something that only a year ago you would have went to Google to search it? Raise your hands.
Every time?
Everyone. Perplexity. How many people here, if you don't believe me, of that group, how many of you 15 years ago said you're not getting the iPhone because your BlackBerry had the buttons and it was too important?
That BlackBerry was awesome.
BlackBerry Messenger.
Nobody said.
So even if you're not doing it yet, you have to understand one thing that I know to be true, and I wish it wasn't the case either. Technology is undefeated. Technology doesn't care about your opinion or how you used to make money. It's undefeated. And so everybody on earth is going to go to these AI bots and say, I am in Phoenix and work at this company. My husband, my wife, just got this job. We are moving to Detroit, Michigan. I saw the jacket. I needed it. I needed this connection. I want to live within 25 minutes of my husband's workplace. Here it is. Who are the 3 agents I should use?
Come on, yeah.
That is the battle all of you will see in 3 to 4 years. The content you make today on Substack and YouTube Shorts and Facebook and Twitter is the reason you will show up. And if you do not make this content, you will not show up and you will be out of business. And you might not. For the people that stood up that were 20 years, as you know, Gary, you've been in the game. Let's clap it up for this legend of the game.
No one likes to be clapped at for being old.
Listen, I didn't say old, I said legend. Gary, you built an actual brand, it's why this exists. I just want them to build their version. You build something big, not everyone's destined to be the operator entrepreneur you are, but all of you have to build your reputation. I know that word personal brand bothers some people. I know social media bothers people even more. This is your fundamental reputation. And again, some of you will get away with it because you've been, actually, how many people here are retiring in the next 4 years? And I don't mean you're gonna crush it and sell 1 trillion homes and buy an island. I mean, you're old and you're finished. Raise your hands. All right, so like, I see you back there. So about 41 of the 10,000 people here, you could probably get to the other side, right? Like you're gonna get to the other side before the damage is done. You know who I'm most worried about? I'm gonna ask you to stand up because I'm really gonna talk to you because I have a lot of love for you. The following person, please stand up. You've been in the game for over 15 years and you plan on being in the game for at least another 10 or more. I need those people to stand up. You're in it for 15. You're in.
10, 9? I don't know.
Listen to me. Please don't sit. Please don't sit. Please keep standing if you're this person. I want you to look around. This, to me, is the most important singular reason I came. This group, in the world that I see coming, is the potential lost generation. You've been in it for 15, which means you have enough track record and reputation, and the good one, word of mouth, that you think is gonna sustain you for the next 10. You're gonna go through the next 10 years of your life. I'm looking at all of you. You're going into different life cycles. New, cool, amazing things are gonna happen. Your child may have a child in this next decade. Like other things. And it's gonna make it harder to go, you can sit down, thank you. And it's gonna make it harder to go 80 hours a week and things of that nature. I need to protect you, and I need you to hear me. This is a very important transition. Somebody bought 15,000 horses before the car was invented. Nobody cried for the hundreds of thousands of people that sold Yellow Pages ads when the search engine came along. Shit changes. Your industry's about to change. I need you to desperately understand how easy you can combat it. I could care less if any of you except my sister makes content in social because we're not related. But I'm here and you're here. And I know what I'm saying. And more importantly, I know you know I'm right. Just like when my trainer and doctor says, don't eat the fucking gummy bears and go in the gym. I know they're right, and I know when I'm not doing well. And for the first 38 years of my life, I did it zero, and I had all the consequences. In the last 12 years, I've been a lot better. Am I perfect? No. You saw what happened last night. Do I expect anyone here that has not been doing it to be like me in the next 2 years? I sure don't. But if you don't get the 60 to 70% of me, you're gonna get liked in a way that you can't imagine. And I just need you to take this serious. And you don't even have to do it. As you know, Gary, some of these people have groups and teams and they've worked parts of stuff. You don't even have to do it, but someone has to do it on your behalf, and you need to invest in it. Unlike health, do you know how many people I would hire to do my workout and eat for me if I could? Unlike the shit that I suck at, it sucks. I have to do it. The fact that you can have someone on your team represent your listings and they can do it, it has to be done. But I will remind you, if that person does it, eventually the audience is gonna know that person, not you. You've got to figure this out. This is real stuff. This is not a joke. This is not a warning.
So when we polled the audience, the #1 platform that they were spending time in and getting referrals in is Facebook, followed by Instagram.
Yes.
And then nothing else even made the charts.
Correct.
What are the platforms that we're not thinking about that we need to be in, and what do we need to be doing in them?
You literally, I'll make it easy for you. You could be lazy as shit. I'm giving you the steroids version of getting muscles. You need to post the same videos on all 7 platforms. Just change the copy. I don't care. I'd like you to do it different. Again, here's something you should write down. GaryVee.com/attention. I literally am so desperate for people to do this. You'll see, it's no data collection. I'm not doing anything weird. I've literally made a 50-page deck for free for pure karma. GaryVee.com/attention. It will show you in detail how to post best practices, but at bare minimum, brother, at bare minimum, Just post the same goddamn video that you posted on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and on YouTube Shorts. The same. I don't even care if you control copy the same copy. It's not right. The thumbnail should be different. The hook should be different. The room is different, right? You should make a reference of someone being a professional or traveling a lot on LinkedIn, and in Snapchat, you're talking to 30-year-olds. Like, you gotta play it different, but at bare minimum, that.
How does that turn into an actual lead in my inbox?
Watch this. Lights on.
Like specifically, how do
I'm gonna show you, my friends. One more time. Who here has posted something on social media that has led to a direct message or an email and you sold a fucking house? Stand up. Stand up.
Yeah.
Bro, what the fuck are we talking about?
3 million.
What do you want from me?
All right, but hang on. Because it's the same audience that in the polling said that they're spending more time, and I get it, you don't think it's enough time, and I'm willing to meet you there, but they're not seeing a greater reward.
Because they're not good at it. It was easier 7 years ago. It's more competition. Instagram is so many people's primary here, and it's impossibly hard now compared to 7 years ago.
So what does good look like?
Yeah.
In your mind.
Selling homes. Good is views achieved organically. Not, by the way, I don't even look at following count anymore for anything we do in our companies. Doesn't mean anything. It's views achieved organically. Let me give you a tactic. Asinine to tell someone how to raise their children. It is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Everything out of my mouth in the last two statements and the next thing I'm about to say is just in generalisms of trends I'm seeing that are leading to depression, anxiety, and unhappiness. If you have a child that's over 22 years old, no matter of the global economy and what's going on, the faster you take them off the payroll, I promise you, you and them will be dramatically happier. It is painful. I get it. Like, I can see it. Like, it's not the easy one. But let me, friends, I don't know if you know this. We have a major pandemic, Gary K. We have 26-year-old men in America running around, and mommy and daddy are paying for their apartment, their Uber, their Equinox gym membership. And here's the scariest one, Gary. Like 360, their mom knows where the fuck they are. My friends, if you have a 22-year-old older male as your son, and you are following them around on their phone, and you are texting him on a random Wednesday night at 11 and be like, Johnny, why aren't you home? You are in deep shit. These 26-year-old men had great-grandfathers that fucking stormed Normandy at 18, and you're wondering why they're not home at 11:30. It's because they're fucking hooking up or drinking. Stop bothering them. My friends, we have become remarkable at blaming everyone but ourselves. The entitlement is through the roof. Your excuses are absurd. There's always been economic downtimes. There's always been tough job markets. There are 16-year-olds streaming on Twitch making $1 million a month. Stop making excuses for your grown-ass kids. And now let me give you the biggest secret that you don't know, which is why I'm being so loud about it. They resent you for doing it. This blew my mind from the DMs. The amount of kids that DM me and tell me they're 26, their mom bought them and dad bought them the BMW, they pay for the thing, they do all the stuff, and they're completely depressed, and I ask them why, and they're like, well, it's because I know that my parents don't think I'm capable. And then I reply, this is insane, this conversation, this blew my mind when I started having these convos 5 years ago. I reply, because they DM me, I'm like, good news, I can help you. They reply, OMG, OMG, how? I reply, stop taking the money, bitch. But what I've learned is they won't. So parents, you can do anything you want. But you better stop complaining to your sister that your little Johnny sucks if you're paying for his life. If you're paying for his life, that's why he sucks. It will hurt for a minute or 6 months. But I promise you, it will get so much better, and I see it time and time again. This is a big deal, because this is a generation, I see the energy. If our parents helped us 30 years ago, we borrowed a little money to get our life started, and then we paid them back. And if our parents were real gangsters, with fucking interest. But you need to get these kids off the teat.
Is that your closing line?
I was like, you know what? For those 99 people that are already offended, I'm going in for the fucking jugular!